welcome to Friday Night Fashion on time this week. And we are off to Milan to review our favourite shows.
My favourite fashion city, I have to say.
I love it too. There's a polish to it. It's super exciting.
Yeah, and people, when I was going to the shows back in the day, all the people who I used to speak to on magazines like Vogue were always a bit like aghast when I said, "Oh no, Milan's my favourite."
Yeah.
But
I think love Paris.
You're supposed to say Paris.
Yeah.
But I think, and also there's more really good pasta in Milan. So there was that. So I was always in an amazingly good mood when I was in Milan.
Some of the venues are just spectacular. And the pasta. We love the pasta.
Yeah. But we also love look too of Bottega Veneta.
We loved Bottega, both of us.
Yeah.
So Matthew Blasi just really providing a very sort of thought-provoking show too, I
indeed.
thought.
And I've sort of seen comments from a few people saying, I wasn't sure at first, but the more I look at it, the more it makes sense. And I saw a fashion blogger, I can't remember her name, I'll put it in the notes, I'll find it, where she said, I went through my wardrobe and realised I can really emulate this, and that's the genius of it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And again, I think the cutting is just sensational, isn't it? He's playing with proportion in a very, very cool and modern way. And I have to say, the bags are beyond gorgeous.
Yeah, that one in look 8.
Yeah.
It's an exquisite colour. It's, well, I don't know, I'm sort of a little bit speechless because it's just, I want everything in this show.
I have to say, the other thing that I am really, really loving, and I know it's not new, but I'm loving mixing the men's and the women's shows together. It just feels very, very right. It's how we're all wearing our clothes, and it just feels like you're watching these people, these beautiful people who are beautifully dressed walking up and down the street.
Yep.
It just feels right.
And I'm afraid that when you do go to Milan, you do see a lot of incredibly chic people.
You do.
Yeah. Like look 11, look at that trench.
Yeah.
Oh,
exquisite.
It's just incredible.
Absolutely exquisite. I love look 14.
Me too.
Is
that Bridget Hall?
No,
it's not.
It's not.
It's that one who looks like Bridget Hall.
Yes.
So yeah.
She's off on one.
Yeah.
She's off on one.
Yeah.
Look 17. Look at that backpack.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's very K-pop.
Very K-pop.
Yeah.
Very
Anytime I see something that's pink and purple.
Yeah. I have to say, I could take look 21 straight off the runway.
It's fabulous, isn't it? And I love it. It's kind of got that 70s sporty look about it, which I really love. You can keep look 20. Fine with that.
Yeah, that's trickier.
Yeah. But, here we go. This is what I really loved. All these sort of like knitted dresses and the headpieces.
And the mad headpieces.
Yeah.
Look 24, I'm less keen on, but that's by the by. I loved this dress, look 25. Just effortless.
It's timeless.
Gorgeous, timeless investment piece, pounds per wear.
You could wear that 24/7.
Yeah.
And look the chicest person in the room. Look 27. That's interesting, isn't it?
I find that quite surprising for Bottega.
It's so interesting because it's just, if he had sort of like sauntered through the crowd before the show going, excuse me, no way would you have thought that was a look from the show. Yeah. I love that T-shirt though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the cleverness there is that it is surprising how beautifully cut is that jacket in look 28.
Look 28 was my standout favourite from the show.
And I love these leather tassels on the white leather skirt.
And look at that red, white, and that blue, red, and sort of beige little knotted bag.
Yeah.
Oh, killing me. Oh, why aren't I rich? It's not fair.
What I did notice in Milan and a little bit in London is the return of the crinkle. So those pieces that are naturally very crinkled.
And it's not plissé, is it? Which is something different again.
No, absolutely not.
Look at look 31 carrying over. He loves his plaids. He loves his sort of like flannel plaids.
Yeah.
So, and that to me indicates the fact that it's still present in this one would indicate that it's sold extremely well, and the hard word was put on to keep a little bit of it in.
Keep it in there.
But it's great.
Keep it in there. Look 37, I think that dress is absolutely beautifully cut.
Yes, I would like that, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
We could share it. We could
We could, but you're taller and more slender than me. Oh, I love these ombre pieces.
I mean, very clever, knit. They look hand printed to me.
Yeah.
They really do. I thought this coat, look 43, was exquisite.
Is it a coat or a dress?
Well, it's coat dress, isn't it?
A cress.
A crest. Oh, please no. And I loved look 44 and look 45. I think look 45 was my ultimate in this collection.
Do you know what? How weird.
Look at that knitwear piece.
It's funny how things happen. That color combination, I just think you haven't really seen that since 1973. And I was on the tube yesterday and I saw an older lady in chocolate brown cargos and a bright orange knit. And
super chic.
And she looked amazing.
Super
and here it is. It's like,
yeah.
I'm loving every season. I think I am what you would call a colorist. I get excited by the palettes that people are bringing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now talk about the ultimate lilac knit. I mean, just as gorgeous on a man as on a woman, but look 49, how exquisite is that?
I love the color combos.
Of that is just absolutely exquisite. And then my favorite, I think, dress of Milan, let alone the Bottega show, was look 56. I think it's just
I can see you in that.
I mean, it's beautiful, it's sexy, you know, it's discreet, but you can see the body. I love that. And that Pam of saffron.
That Pam of saffron.
Yes, Pow of saffron. And what are you wearing?
I'm going to wear look 58, even though I don't have enough boobs to hold it up. I'm going to give it a go. I love it. What is that texture on that dress?
It's all embellished.
It's
and embroidered.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Look at that look 69 dress. Embellished, lame.
Yeah.
Is
it a dress and coat?
Looks like it might be actually.
Yeah. Super.
I have to get them both. Yeah.
Oh, my husband is going to hate that.
Oh, he's going to hate everything.
He really is.
He's certainly going to hate when we can't eat because I've bought the Bottega collection. Yeah.
But beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Take a look at it.
Stunning.
Then I think we should head off to Ferragamo.
Oh, yes. I liked this very much.
I loved this. Very ballet inspired. I don't always love Ferragamo, I have to say. But this time, I think really, really beautiful. So here we go.
These tailored trenches, like look one with the drop waist. I mean, you probably don't have to wear it like that, but I love it styled like that.
I think cleverly styled.
Yeah.
I love these floor sweeping trenches that we're seeing again and again.
They are that crinkly business, as you've been saying.
Yes, exactly. How chic is look 8.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure you can probably zip that up. You've got that sort of lovely utilitarian feel about it.
I love those ballet-inspired shoes.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of this sort of dark red.
Yeah, like a blood red, basically, ox blood or something.
Yes.
Like look 10, and I love that zippy jacket that you can adjust.
Yeah. And look 11 just feels completely and utterly effortless, I think.
I wonder if people will walk around in that full ballet sort of bodysuit and knickers type thing. Do you think anyone will?
I hope not.
I bet some celebs will the next time there's fashion shows.
Yeah.
I bet you they will. Look at that suit, 23.
Yeah. Exquisite.
Yeah.
And that it's a sort of claret colour, isn't it? Just brilliant. And I love the bag under the arm, mix of khaki black and then that shot of bright sort of fluoro red.
Yeah.
Look 24. That dress is just exquisite.
I would love to wear that dress.
And I think we saw these sort of some of the circular cutting coming through. Look 27. So you've sort of got circle upon circle in the cutting. It's very, very clever.
I've seen that cut on some trousers as well. That sort of like where it's elasticated and really pantalooned in. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like proper harem.
But on a dress, I think exquisite.
Yeah.
And for me, this coat, look 30.
That's brilliant.
Absolutely beautiful. I think it looks like suede. And just, it's like this oversized collarless parka. the sort of floor length.
How great would we look on the dog run wearing that? Oh, wouldn't we look just superb?
Yeah, we'll probably get mugged for our coat.
No,
though.
I don't think so. No.
But I think these elements of sports luxe with ballet combined is working really beautifully. I love look 36.
Yep.
And then some print.
It's gorge. Yeah. That's quite chic, isn't it? What number is that?
Very chic.
42.
Yeah.
That's very 70s again.
Now, are we thinking that that's a harem pant though? A harem jumpsuit?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
It's mad, but I think it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's the colour palette of this, 40, 41, 42. How exquisite is that?
Mm.
Beautiful. And then there's proper Eve Klein blue coming in. And
yeah.
It looks like sort of washed silk, this look.
I think, weirdly, that's probably one of the hardest colours for people to wear is that blue. I think it's a weird blue.
Do you know what? When I used to do it, it looked great on everyone.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It was, I know it looks really strong, but when all different skin colours put it on, it worked again and again and again. Surprisingly, it surprised me.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we probably underbought it as a result, but as a result of everyone thinking it could be hard. Look 46, I think, just completely effortless.
Well, I want look 47.
Beautiful tailoring. Your life is different to mine.
Yeah, I know. That beautiful sort of like frayed edging on that. I just love it. Oh, it's heaven.
Some of these knits are exquisite. And I look at this.
Yep.
The crafting in look 56. So you've got these circles of leather that have been...
How long would that take to make?
Oh my God. All clearly laser cut. And then I would imagine, knowing Italian craftsmanship, that has then been all laid out and stitched together. It's exquisite. So there's a dress and a coat.
Incredible.
Like that. And there's another one in look 60, which is just super, super cool. Deep, deep, deep dark brown. So about the chicest coat.
It's wild.
Of Milan, I would say.
Yeah. Looking
and then
good.
Some signature leather coming in at the end. It's just absolutely
just chuck it in at the end.
Chuck it in because you're an Italian show with Italian craftsmanship. Just gorgeous.
Loved it. Oh, Versace.
I think we're going to slightly agree to disagree here.
Okay. I loved it.
First time, would it?
It was apparently very much inspired by the 1992 Verses collection that I think was Donatella's inaugural Verses collection. So interesting.
1997.
Oh, sorry, 1997. I'm aging her. I love the colors. I love the mix of prints. I love the mix of fabrics. I am always a sucker for a 70s silhouette. I thought it was a brilliant mix of sexy, but what's the word? Sort of like school mom-ish, or sort of like a really perfect mix of sexy and frumpy, actually. Really weird. Yeah, I loved it. And I've got a suit exactly the same color as look 11, and it's completely inspired me to style it really differently and with some of this muddy palette that I think she's just mined to perfection.
There you go.
Follow that. Are you doing the, if I can't say anything nice, I'm not going to say anything at all? Is that where you're coming from? You hate it? Do you really hate it?
It doesn't feel very Versace to me until you get a little bit later on in the show. I have to say, I loved these looks, 19, 20, 21, because you've got that tan leather and it is exquisite. Absolutely. And I love it. I think it's mixed with the blue.
I think it's definitely in the ballpark of the DNA that Donatella's been doing for a while, actually. I think it's been a while that she stopped making it, forgive me, that really sort of like slutty sexy, which I think was what I remember there was one year where Donatella came to the Glamour Awards and they were really putting pressure on me to wear Versace to the awards, which I would have loved to have worn Versace if I had Versace. It was like, there were dresses that were barely there. It was like, I say to the PR, you do not want to see me. This is not a good ad for your brand, me, and I'm sorry, but give me some of this, 100%.
I mean, for me, I'm sort of loving look 29, look 31. You know, the proper, what I call Versace prints.
Yep.
But recolored in that sort of clever 70s way that makes it less in your face.
Things like look 33, I'm really inspired to go through my wardrobe and just put things together that I hadn't thought to put together before.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's inspiring for someone who loves to mix their prints.
Yeah, and for instance, this lemon that's coming through on look 41 and look 39 in that great coat, I've got a skirt that color, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't thought to wear it with brown and purple.
There you go.
I'm going to do that.
Re-inspired.
Yeah.
Also, for me, I find some of these prints just...
But I love the vibe of the whole show.
Great. Donatella, you've got a fan.
Oh, I've been a fan of Donatella's since God was a boy. I just think she's brilliant.
She is. She really is. And I think she has absolutely kept this brand on track, alive, well, more than alive.
Yeah.
But, you know, those were very big shoes that she stepped into.
And she would never want anybody to forget Gianni Versace, but she's stepped out of his shadow and his ghost and made it her own. And I think I've all admiration, nothing but.
Yeah. Good stuff.
What did you think of Gucci?
I quite liked Gucci. Now, I know it's really struggling in terms of numbers since dear old Alessandro parted ways. I thought there was something very beautiful and quite luxury about it that went way, way, way back. I'll be fascinated to see whether Sabato, the designer, has a commercial success with this or not. But I loved the presentation. It felt very clean and modern. It felt very summery. I loved the set. You know, he talked about spending time in Formentera with his family, and you know, you've got this sort of high gloss wooden planked flooring, whereas you know, Formentera is very rustic. But so I love that mix, and you get the beautiful reflections, and there's just that lovely summery vibe from it. So I like it. Is it enough? You know, I love look 9, that effortless jersey dress, again in that dark tan cognac color that we keep coming back to.
We're going to have a very rusty summer, aren't we?
We are, rusty reds. What did you think of it?
I just don't
You're
know.
not loving it,
Look, it's not his fault. I miss Alessandro. I was that girl.
See, I miss Tom Ford.
Well, I mean,
oh my God,
everyone misses Tom Ford. But I just thought that when Alessandro was at the house, it was unmistakably Gucci. It had a DNA that could only be Gucci's. I'm not sure that this reminds me of the Frida Giannini era, where it was a bit like not this or not that.
Yes, I'm with you.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I just think that it's kind of fine. You know?
I do hear what you're saying. I think, you know, when I look at sort of coats like look 24 with that beautiful French embroidery, you know, there's some lovely elements to it.
And he's got to get over this chartreuse love that he has.
Yeah,
it turns up everywhere.
I bet you love some of these prints though, don't you?
They're okay. Aren't I awful? I don't know.
They're supposed to have been inspired by Jackie O.
Yeah, I can see that.
See elements of that. I think there are some beautiful pieces here. Is it enough to turn Gucci around and make it the collection of the moment? I don't think so.
I just think if you're a rich lady, is this the collection that you've got to have or you will die? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Although everybody, and including me, loved that trench in look 50. It's
look
kind
50
of fabulous.
And look 51.
Yeah.
I think they are just exquisite, those trenches. Absolutely. And I love that piece together denim. Reminds me, I mean, ELV denim has set off an absolute sort of tsunami of wannabes. So good on you, Anna Foster.
Including main fashion houses in Milan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love these floor sweeping trenches.
Yeah, they're great.
I love
Yeah.
the scarves worn around the head. You know, is it enough? Maybe not. And, you know, even when you look at the accessories, I don't feel like it's going to set the world on fire. But it's a beautiful presentation. I loved the set.
I think those floral prints look a bit cheap, actually. Sorry.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we go to something we love?
Yeah.
I am suggesting that we go to Max Mara.
Yep, let's do that. I thought this was quite something, actually.
Firstly, I love chocolate brown.
Well, I'd forgotten that I do.
Or anything.
I've forgotten that. I know. I've just seen you've got a load of chocolate in your kitchen. She never offers me chocolate.
Nosy.
Well, there was the cupboard. I got changed in there, and the cupboard was open.
Like I stack it up. I just think this is so super chic, beautifully styled. You just want to take that straight off the runway.
Why doesn't brown have more? Like, you know, you think about it, like all the other neutrals get a real fair shake, don't they? Sort of like your navies, your blacks, your beiges, your greys. Something about brown, season after season, we're either all in or we're all out.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It comes and goes, but I think it's incredibly flattering.
It's gorgeous.
You know, if you look at the diversity in the casting there, it looks gorgeous the whole way across. It's kinder and softer than black. You know, from our perspective, looking at these pieces, it's so much easier to see how the design looks in brown rather than in black. You know, I think it looks so chic.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And really fresh with the white.
Yep. And then we've got some good old navy in there too, which I'm loving. Now, for me, when I look at this collection sort of with an overview, it could almost be Michael Kors.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do. Michael Kors in the 90s.
I think that Michael Kors
he'd sex it up a bit.
Often can't resist adding a bit of novelty and a bit of colour. Do you know what I mean? But I love it.
I mean, I love the fact that it is this neutral palette, the camels, the browns, the creams, the taupes, just all very effortless.
Just go back for a sec. Look, 25. You're not getting away without having a coat that shape this summer. That's sort of like that oversized
car coat.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
But I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Although I will also say that's the sort of thing you can find vintage quite easily.
Yeah.
But the knits are beautiful, aren't they?
That's
little slashes.
Even I would wear that cutout. It's just enough.
Look 26. And actually just that in look 27, just that slither at the
What
the
fabric
waist.
is that skirt?
It looks like it is
gabardine or something. Or...
Yeah, or it could even be a very dense jersey.
Yeah, it's great.
I think.
I love the seams on that.
Yeah. Yep.
I love look 32.
I thought you might.
Oh,
good old stripy.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Something about
can't wear it, but I love it.
The white and dark brown stripe, just beautiful. The tailoring is immaculate. I mean, it's not going to set the world on fire, this collection, but it's going. That has to be a massive commercial success.
Unlike my argument with the Gucci thing, this is what the Max Mara customer looks for.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the Gucci customer is at the moment, but this, I can see that. And I was like, yes, this is doing what Max Mara does on the tin.
Yeah.
And in a really beautiful way.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're loving that.
Quite often, my first viewing of a Prada show leaves me a little bit perplexed.
Uncomfortable.
And a bit not knowing what I think or not knowing what I've just seen.
Did you feel like that when you were an editor?
Yes,
sitting there
100%. And I always knew I was going to see something completely different to the last season. You just cannot pin Mrs. Prada down. And I think that we've found that I still am a little bit undecided about this collection, I think. But then I remember one year she brought out fishing waders. And then by the end of the season, we all thought that was great. So,
I know. And she's collaborating with Raf Simons too.
Yes.
So the two of them together, both of them have a zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I just think that I can't see what's going on with the glasses? That's not real, is it?
Well, it's
Look 5.
Look 5. It's on the catwalk. Yep.
Cut to me in 6 months joining a waiting list to get. Do you know what I mean? This is what happens with Prada. This is what happens.
I'm not sure you're going to be wearing Look 4.
No, well, no one's sure about that now. But as I say, but there is some. What I did love was the weird sort of embellished skirts with the big cutout circles. I think that they're going to they'll catch on. But what is going on? Look 17. I wasn't sure about these little bralette tops.
Yeah. Then I mean, Prada is one shapes that I always. It's another one to me that you either need to be a trust funder, age 20,
yeah,
or you need to be 70 plus for it to look cool.
Yeah,
and
I know what you mean.
Sometimes in the middle, it's just, I don't know. I just don't find it as easy. I think there's some brilliance there. I actually love Look 19. You've got that element of Prada Sport in the top, and then that beautiful embellished skirt.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a show where if you pull apart some of the pieces, it's just in the styling sometimes. I mean, Look 26. There's a lot going on there.
There's a lot.
But that's an amazing dress.
It's an amazing dress. Amazing craftsmanship. The layers of feathers. Really, really exquisite. Very, very pointed shoe. That's interesting. Seeing that.
That's very Prada 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. She likes to challenge.
She does like to challenge.
And she's done it. I Look 31. I like that skirt. That's cool. I like this color combo in Look 33. That cute little sort of like bit of magenta peeking out of that. What is that? It's like a pale chartreuse.
I'd almost call that. It's a sort of. It's a lemon.
Yeah.
But without being too citrusy, isn't it?
Look at us. We're both quite confused right now, aren't we? We just are.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. I'm not quite sure what I'm saying here. There are elements that I like, but I do totally agree with you. Once you start picking some of these pieces apart, or some of these looks apart,
like that Look 47, that skirt with the black t-shirt, great.
Yeah. Quite see-through.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Showing your knickers.
But that's probably runway. I'm sure for commercial they'll sort that out. I think they will. There's lots of lock and key details. It's really strange, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it is. I'm sure the fashion world will be sort of saying how genius it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very conceptual. Should we say that?
Let's say that, yeah. And let's wait and see what their store windows look like. I think that'll be an interesting interpretation.
I think that will.
Yeah.
Be. There's one that I just want to have a quick look at, because when I looked at the Tom Ford collection, when I was doing my research, bear in mind we are between designers. Peter Hawkins has left, who was Tom Ford's right-hand man for many, many, many years. And Haider Ackermann is coming in, which I think is super, super brilliant for the brand, because I think he will give it that sexy edginess that Tom Ford has.
Yeah.
Sexy edginess to really beautiful, quite timeless pieces. And I thought, so this was a studio collection. So in other words, no named designer behind it. But I think they've done a really, really brilliant job at staying with the brand codes, keeping it quite original Tom Ford. So sort of, it's sexy. But
also really chic.
Really, really chic.
Yeah.
And I mean, Look 4, I just absolutely love.
I love Look 5.
There you go.
It's amazing.
Go. Yeah. And exquisite colour, absolutely exquisite colour. But looking at Look 8, going back to Tom Ford's real roots of proper sports lux.
And Look 6, obviously the Karine Reutefeldt mood board is always in there somewhere. For those of the former editor of French Vogue, who is one of Tom Ford's longtime inspirations. She's always in a sexy pencil skirt.
And collaborator for many years, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So I would say, and then look 15, that dress is absolutely exquisite. I would say, and look 19, I mean, the craftsmanship in that and the fringing, really, really clever. So I just think, and I loved look 24 with all the fringing and the textures going on 23. How chic.
It's all so glam.
Yeah, very glam. You know, that wrap skirt with the little leather strap and buckle and what looks like a sort of grandpa shirt, but it's made in silk chiffon.
I mean, who doesn't want to be this woman?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hot and sexy and sophisticated. Yeah. It's a real celebration of femininity.
Yeah. And it's a Tom Ford greatest hits.
Actually, it's a celebration of woman rather than femininity, I would say.
Yeah.
It's all hot woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hats off to that. And I suppose we should just spin to Dolce.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
We're in Milan, and Milan is the home of Dolce. And they are heating up for their 40th anniversary. And of course, Madonna was there. And
of course.
And actually, I thought quite a lot of this was inspired by the Jean Paul Gaultier conical bra.
They won't like you for saying that.
Sorry, but they won't. But it's corsetry.
Well,
maybe not
you're
the
right,
Jean Paul
though.
Gaultier.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You are right. Yeah.
It's blondes have more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. They've all got blonde wigs on. It's true Dolce, corsetry.
Va-va-voom. Yeah. Sicilian sex pot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's Sicilian sex pot.
And that's the thing. You're right. It's beautiful and it's great, but to me, it's a Dolce & Gabbana show. Thanks very much. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, look 17 very much referenced that beautiful horsed portrait of Madonna.
Yeah.
In the laced corset.
I think that they are really amazing at tailoring, and so I'm always disappointed when they do less of it in the show and more of the sort of like the slip dresses thing. Although now we are getting to the tailoring. But
yes, and I have to say, look 22. Look at those trousers.
That is pure Madonna Blonde Ambition tour. Yeah. That really is.
Absolutely. Love those. The corseting, a fabulous bra, and then an absolutely exquisite tux over the top. I mean, I think just that is ageless dressing, which I love. Very much the sort of Sicilian prints, very true to them.
Yeah.
The sheer trench in look 33.
See, I like it. I also prefer the Dolce & Gabbana shows where there's a bit more frivolity in them as well, where they do like the crazy. I mean, there's not a great deal of accessories and stuff in the show. You know, when they do like the crazy bags and the big earrings. And I don't know. I like it when they do La Dolce Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually in La Dolce Vita settings. But I mean, that's probably more the couture shows anyhow, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah. But nice.
Nice. A lot of fake fur.
Good for them.
Not good for the planet, guys. No. Really not good for the planet, but
better than, I don't know. Is it better? I don't know. I don't want to get into that argument.
Yeah, let's not even get into that argument.
Oh, excuse me, everyone.
Yeah. It's the lingerie inspiring her. Yeah. But I thought that colour in look 58 is just, it's vintage
it's very
lingerie.
You. It's very you. No, but it is. You love your blush tones. You love them. I can't wear them.
I am not wearing look 58 for
yes,
the record.
You are.
So not. And I think that wraps up
Milan
for us.
Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, beautiful shows.
And we could go on forever. There were so many good shows.
There were so many. I mean, I've got a page of notes of things that we haven't talked about.
But tell us in the comments which shows you looked at and liked, and join the conversation. We love when you comment. We really love it, and we read them all. So thank you.
And next week we will be remotely recording on Paris and looking forward to what Paris has to offer. It's always a fantastic finale to the season. I mean, it really is the sort of peak of the season.
And my favorite, Alessandro, debuting at Valentino.
That is so
I am really
exciting.
excited about it.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to see his take on that. Can't wait. Have a great Friday night, and we will see you next Friday.
Thanks for watching.